On February 12th, 2025, we have a full moon in Leo. And this full moon is calling us to explore what we are activating, what we're connecting, and what we are processing. It is both a full moon that is inspiring shadow work, and it is also inspiring setting intentions with the illumination of this full moon, the clarity that we are gaining from the light being shed on the darkness, on the shadows. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you and guiding you through 8 journaling prompts directly inspired by the energetic themes surrounding this Leo full moon. So without further ado, let's get into it. When I think about unfinished business, what comes up? When you take a moment to sit there and just think unfinished business, what are the first things that come up for you? The first things that come up for you is a telling, is a nudge, is a clarity that those are things that you need to address, that you need to confront, that you need to take care of. So what unfinished business do you have under this Leo full moon? What opportunities surrounding safety, security, stability are coming up for me? What opportunities surrounding stability, safety, security are coming up for me? When you think of stability, when you think of safety, when you think of security, what opportunities in your life are presenting themselves to you recently to integrate more of that in your life? Where can you be more stable? Where can you be more secure? Where can you feel more safe? And initially, I wrote this prompt as what challenges surrounding stability, security, and safety are coming up for me. But I decided to change the word challenges into opportunities because that's exactly what it is. It may feel like a challenge for you, a challenge of safety, a challenge of security, a challenge of stability, but it's actually an opportunity. And it's important that we shift our perception and our perspective when it comes to the challenges in our lives, because ultimately they are an opportunity. And when we adopt that perception or that perspective, we take our power back. We empower ourselves to take charge of our life, of our situations. So what seeming challenges are coming up for you regarding stability, safety, security? And this could be mentally, this could be physically, this could be spiritually. So really take a moment to assess your life, the seeming challenges coming up, and the opportunities presenting themselves to you. Okay, let's take a moment to admire these earrings that I am stacking here. I am seriously thinking of getting a third piercing in each of my ears just so I can stack a little bit more. I'm definitely a stacking your jewelry kind of girl. I think it's so chic. It's so beautiful when people stack their jewelry in this beautiful, intentional way with pieces that just bring forth greater elegance and style to your outfit. And these earrings are from Ana Luisa. I am so in love with them. This one is actually one of their best sellers, rightfully so, and I'm loving the texture of this hoop. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them in my unboxing. So let me show you. While I unbox these pieces that I was very much looking forward to getting in the mail, I'm going to tell you all a few reasons why I love Ana Luisa and why I feel confident in recommending them as a company. One reason is because they rigorously test every single piece of jewelry. The quality is just unmatched. Their jewelry is guaranteed to be long-lasting, hypoallergenic, water-resistant, and sustainable. I don't know about you all, but your girl cannot just be wearing any kind of jewelry. It's got to meet these standards at the very least. Another reason why Ana Luisa is awesome is because they offer a 2-year warranty on all products. We love a warranty. And lastly but not leastly, y'all, you can elevate your style without breaking your budget. Designs start at just $39, and the more you buy, the more you save. The first earrings that I showed you here are the Eden small hoop earrings, and these earrings are the Paris twisted hoop earrings. I am so in love with both of these, and I see myself wearing them constantly. When I think of returning back home to myself, what does that look like? There are moments in our lives where we feel like we have lost touch with our true selves, where we have lost our light, our spark, our inner fire. And this Leo full moon is really encouraging us to make note of this. Notice how brilliant your fire is or isn't. Is it very dim? Does it need to be brightened? And what do you need to do in order to bring that forth? In order to bring forth the inner fire within you, to bring forth the passion, the truth, the gifts that are innately yours. But we've all had these moments where we've noticed, like, man, I'm not really feeling like myself anymore. And sometimes that's a signal of transformation, of ascending to a higher potential of yourself. But sometimes it's because you've been neglecting yourself. So it's very important to practice that discernment. But when you think of returning back home to your true self, to your truth, what does that look like? What has that looked like for you in the past? In moments where you realized, I need to come back home to me. I need to return back to who I truly am. What are those aspects that are involved with you returning back to you? Where is there a disconnect between my mind and my heart? It is possible for us to have mind-heart coherence to the point where our minds are completely aligned with our hearts and our hearts are completely aligned with our minds, and there is no conflict there. But that is such a practice, a conscious practice for us to arrive to that coherence. And a lot of the times, so many of us have these battles between what our mind is logistically thinking we should do and how we should be, and what our hearts is calling us and encouraging us to do and how to be in the world. So let's take a moment to acknowledge where that disconnect is between our mind and our heart, where that conflict is between our mind and our heart. What have you noticed in your life recently where it's like, my mind is really saying this, but my heart is saying another thing? Let's take a moment to really reflect on that conversation, or perhaps argument, right? Between our mind and our heart. Which dormant aspects of myself have I been feeling called to wake up? What dormant aspects of yourself have you been feeling called to wake up and no longer allow to be dormant? If you journal the last prompt will be very supportive for you in reflecting upon and answering this prompt. So the intention of which I share, the order of which I share these prompts with you is intentional. But what are the dormant aspects within yourself that you've been feeling called to wake up, that you've been feeling called to reactivate, that you've been feeling called to reinvest your time and energy into? This could be something that you've kind of an aspect of yourself that you left behind for whatever reason. Maybe you got too busy. Maybe you didn't feel like it was worth it. Maybe you had some insecurity surrounding it and the success of it and the purpose of it. But I know that every single one of us watching this video has been feeling this call to return, right? To return back home to our true self and to return back home to aspects of ourselves that we've left behind for whatever reason. So what are those aspects for you that have become dormant, where the fire has been dimmed, perhaps a little bit, perhaps a lot of it, to where it's like even hard to see that fire anymore, but you're feeling called to respark it. You're feeling called to wake it up and no longer allow it to be dormant, to no longer allow it to be a thing of the past. And now it's time to really bring it into your present self, into your present life, your present path. What people, places, and things naturally light me up? What relationships in your life really brighten your day, really uplift your energy? What places do you visit? It could be an internal place, could be an external place. What places just make you feel good and light you up? What things that you involve yourself in, that you make time for, that you invest your time and energy into, really just make you feel in alignment, make you feel better. And when we reflect on these things, let's ask ourselves why. Why does this person in my life make me feel good? Just really brighten up my day. Every time I have a conversation with them, every time I am around them, what is it about them? What is it about their energy? What is it about the way that they interact with me that just feels right? That just makes me feel seen, makes me feel healed, makes me feel like smiling. And similarly, what is it about these places? What is it about these things that makes you feel this way? Let's not only answer the prompt, but also ask ourselves why. What have I noticed are my innate gifts? And I think this is a prompt that may be difficult for some, because for some of us, we don't really acknowledge certain talents of ourselves as being innate, as being natural to us. But we all have innate gifts. We all have talents that really just come natural to each and every single one of us. And it's different for each and every single one of us. For me, one of my innate gifts is creating these prompts, is creating this space to contemplate and encouraging people to contemplate and to critically think and to turn inward. That comes very naturally to me, to speak to you through this camera and to create these prompts and to journal. This is one of my innate gifts that I am sharing with you. And I want you to notice what your innate gifts are. What have you noticed you're really just naturally good at? You've always been naturally good at it. What are those things? And this is a prompt. We're really taking a moment to honor ourselves, respect ourselves, and making sure that we are seeing ourselves. We're seeing our gifts. We're seeing just how amazing we are. And it's important that we do that. When someone asks me who I am, what do I say? And the reason why I left this prompt as the last prompt is because I want you to reflect back on the other prompts that you journaled and then really sit with this prompt. Had I given you this prompt as prompt 1, how different would the answer be compared to me giving it to you as the last prompt? So, when someone asks you who you are, who are you? What do you say? What do you say? And reflect on what you say. Why is it that you say this is who you are? Are there things that you're missing out on? Are you limiting yourself within your answer? I'm this, and this. You're actually so much more than that, right? So take a note of where you may be limiting yourself here. Take a note of how you can share who you are a bit more consciously, a bit more intentionally, a bit more with you acknowledging your worth, your value, answering it in a way where you're really honoring yourself, where it's like really noticeable that you love who you are. So when someone asks you who you are, what do you say? And that, my friends, are the 8 journaling prompts for this Leo full moon. I pray that it brings forth clarity, comfort, confidence for each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for bringing me into your present moment. and for receiving what I am offering here. And don't forget to check out Ana Luisa Jewelry. I do have my personalized custom link in the description below. So if you feel inspired to check out their beautiful, sustainable, just chic, stackable jewelry, definitely do so by clicking my link in the description. I also have it in my link in bio on socials and on my website, so you can't miss it. I am just in love and so grateful for Ana Luisa supporting this community. And thank you again for being here. You are so deeply appreciated, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.